Hey, crew, how's it going? So we're gonna do about a 25-minute blast, and then I will shut her down and then just lead you into your Shavasana, and then you can do that. Filming this right now, and then I'm just gonna go to the clinic. So we got about 25-minute blast to hit you with, which will, I'm sure, be enough, and then right to Shavasana, and maybe do a 5-minute Shavasana. Okay, so I won't talk too much. So let's get to the top of our mat. If you have the blocks, maybe place them on either side of the mat. Okay, so feet hip width apart, Tadasana, mountain pose, pressing the feet into the floor, coming up from the floor, grounded into the feet, tailbone slight tuck down, pubic bone slight pull up. So just a little bit of an engagement. Okay, lumbar spine lengthening out. Thoracic spine opening up through the ribs, sternum lifting to the sky. All right, not a massive extension, but a little bit of an extension. Arms down by your sides, palms forward, thumbs out, chin tucked a little bit to the throat, neutral cervical spine. Okay, even a little long cervical spine, crown of the head to the sky. All right, so strength here, integrity here, integration. Okay, everything is tucked very subtly around that spine, supporting all of those structures in there. All right, so pressing the feet down into the floor, lifting the hands to the sky, opening up through the chest. Exhale, follow that breath to the floor. Good, ground the feet, lift the heart, open the shoulders, open the lungs, rise up, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Ground down, lift up, open, reach and rise. Ride the breath, exhale. Good, one more to the sky. Heart lifts, shoulders open, fingers reach. And release. Good, lengthening out, crown forward, tail back, spine long. Halfway lift. 5 of these, exhale, soften. Inhale, lengthen out, crown forward, tail back, heart open. Breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, crown forward, tail back. Good, exhale, send your right foot back. High lunge, high plank, or high crescent lunge. Inhale, draw the elbows in as though you're lifting something to the sky. Good. Settle the pelvis down to the floor. Slight pull of the right hip forward as you do that. See what happens in the right knee. Maybe find a little more extension. So a little sensation, a little tug in the right hip flexor. Spread the fingers. Good. Exhale, right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky. Twist. All right, on an exhale, let's just glide to the other side of the mat. Now your right foot is forward. Inhale. Crescent lunge. Breathe deep. Settle in. Okay, stretch open through the sternum. Shoulder blades back and down, reaching the hands. And don't just reach the hands, but spiral the elbows inward, opening up the spine and the rib cage. Open the fingers. Breathe deep. Good. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Twist. Right hand lifts. Squeeze open the right shoulder blade. Good, on an exhale, let's glide to the front of the mat. Hands go down, step that left foot back, maybe hover it. Okay, engage that core, plank, 3-pointed plank, hold, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, chaturanga, hold, 3, 2, 1. Press up, lift the left leg. Good, bend the knee, open the hip. Let's make a few circles of that left knee. Circling deeply, full big circles. All right, other way. All right, let's bring that left foot to the floor. Hover the right leg up. Let's come into plank pose, maybe hovering the right leg. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, pause, 3, 2, 1. Up and back. Lift the leg and then bend the knee. Let's make some circles here. All right, go the other way. Big circles. Get some motion into the hip joints, those big ball and socket joints. They like to move in a round fashion. One more. All right, feet hip width apart. Shoulders over wrists. Stack them up. Let's inhale. Come to a side plank. Right hand down, left hand up. Exhale, just moving through plank pose. Inhale, other side. Good, exhale, straight through plank. If you want to, you can drop to chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go one more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through. Inhale, open. Good, right hand down. Send the tailbone down. Pedal the feet out. Downward facing dog. Okay, maybe shorten your dog up slightly. Send your right hand back. Connect in to your left ankle or shin, calf. Maybe find yourself a little twist here. Looking up under your left armpit. And as you do this, press your left hand away from you. See if you can use that strength to open up through the left rib cage. Good, releasing. Other side. Left hand reaches back. Connect. Press the right hand away from you as you find a subtle twist looking up towards the sky. All right, left hand comes forward. Let's walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out. Good, ground down, lift up, rise. Open the heart, the shoulders, the ribs. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Releasing, heels mat width apart. Okay, drop in. Yogi squat, malasana. We'll just stay here for about 10 breaths. So as we work into this, some people are really bendy, others not so much. I tend to need to work more on my chest and upper spine than my hips at this point in my practice. So you're either allowing the hips to come down as low as you can, and for some people that might be even here. That's a little harder work. And for some people like me, maybe you're working to try to extend a little bit more through your upper spine. So let's be here for about 5 more breaths. All right, coming up, feet maybe a little wider than hip width apart. All right, so we're just going to move into a modified balancing pose, or a modified half moon, we'll call it. So if you want to do half moon instead, totally can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for my left hand and just kind of find a connection here. So ultimately, I'm going to end up lifting up to the side, peeling that open. So we're going to press down through the right foot, hovering up. I've got my left ankle, balancing, okay? So kicking that left leg back, a little bit like a dancer's pose, but to the side. So using that kick in the left leg to open the left shoulder, to find your stability. So just breathe and hold, big opener of the left pec, left hip flexors here. Breathe for 5. Alternatively, you can just let this go into half moon pose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, left foot to the floor. Let's just fold here. So our feet are a little more than hip width apart. Let's work on opening up the chest. So just a bit of breathing before we go into the other side. So gather in. I love this movement. Kind of Tai Chi based movement. Gather the fingertips towards one another. Draw in. Gentle touch, gentle tap of the sternum. And then imagine yourself pulling yourself up from that sternal space. And then opening up and expanding. If your heart was a light, like the bat signal, it'd be lighting up the sky. Open the hands, palms up. It's a big space creator, big opener, big elicitor of courage and acceptance and drawing stuff up from the sludge up into our higher levels of consciousness. This fourth chakra, open it up, breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, exhale. Let's send the hands, palms down towards the floor like a press, pressing down, pressing out and away. All right, gather in, draw in, fingertips to sternum, lift up, open up. Exhale, hands out and away. Gather in, lift up, reach. Exhale. Let's do at least a couple more. Inhale. Bat signal, unite, lift. Exhale. Let's go. One more. Draw in. Fingertips touch. Lift to the sky. And exhale. All right. So other side now. So we're hinging. Right hand connects to right ankle. Engaging left foot to the floor. Again, alternatively, if you like, if you prefer, half moon pose, or if you want to play with dancers or airplane, please do. But use the strength in the kick to help open through the body. Noticing any difference in balance from one side to the other. Breathe here. Whoa. And release. Let's step that right foot back. Left foot goes back to meet it. Yeah, downward dog. Okay, let's just do a couple chaturanga down dog repeats, okay? So come forward, shoulders over the wrists. Lower down. Chaturanga, knees can come to the floor if you like. Up and back. Exhale. Inhale forward, stack them up. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Good, few more. Inhale forward, stack them up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale forward. Lower. Lift. Back. Good. One more. Inhale. Lower. Lift. Back. All right. So let's lift the right leg up. So maybe bring your left foot in just a bit, maybe if you feel like it. Lift the right leg if it's feeling good. Bend the right knee. Open that hip up a lot. Okay, so try and find a little bit more space, or a lot more space, between the right pinky finger and the right armpit. So stretch that arm. As you stretch that arm, open up, twist the rib cage. Feel the space there. As you feel the space there, lift the right knee up higher to the sky. Maybe you can come up onto the fingertips of your right hand. Maybe you can hover your right hand. And pay attention to what's going on in your left hand. If you're hovering your right hand, you need to spread those fingers out really wide on that left hand, okay? That's your base of support. So maybe play with that. Lift. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Let's flip it right over. Good. Flipping your dog. So now, I don't know if you watch any of my videos or on my Instagram or anything, but you see me doing what I'm doing with my right hand is I'm reaching underneath my left armpit. It's my rib cage. I'm kind of grabbing my rib cage and I'm pulling that open, augmenting that with lifting, pulling that with my right hand, trying to open up my chest towards the sky. All right?
So pressing that left hand firmly into the floor. Big pec opener. Okay, rotating the pec away from the shoulder. Lift, stretch, reach the right hand. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. All right. Good, let's do another couple chaturanga repeats or just plank pose repeats. So come forward, option to stay, exhale, lift, and back. Let's do 3 of those. Come forward, exhale, lift, and back. Good, one more, come forward, exhale, lift, and back. All right, right foot comes in towards center. Lift the left leg, bend that left knee, open the left hip, lift it up high. Okay, pressing your left pinky finger forward a lot, lengthening through the left hand. Maybe coming up to your fingertips of the left hand, stretching through the rib cage, spiraling, rotating the rib cage, lifting the left knee high. Breathe here, maybe hovering the right hand, and if you do, or left hand, if you do, the right fingertips are spread wide. Hover, play with it. 3, 2, a lot difficult here. 1 more. All right, maybe drop over. Okay, protecting your right shoulder by pressing hard your hand into the floor, creating space for all those little tendons in the shoulder. Using your left hand, catch underneath the right shoulder blade and peel the rib cage up to the sky sternum. Again, the heart rate, front body opening, lift up, breathe. Breathe, lift, hold, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Let's flow a little bit. Lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, squeeze it in, step between the hands, left knee to the floor. Good, right hand finds a block. If you've got it, inhale, move into a low lunge. All right, hold here, exhale, big circle. See, my right hand is down, my left hand is up. Okay, so even if you're just kind of here, so let's make a few circles, so a few windmills. All right, now what does that feel like in the body? Okay, I'll tell you what it feels like in my body. So there's 4 sets of ball and socket joints in the skeleton, human skeleton. 2 of the shoulders, 2 of the hips. They love to move 360 degrees, round movements like this. Okay, so let's end up here. Right hand, left hand is lifted. Now, big movement. So we're going to move into triangle pose. So make that big helicopter movement with the arms. As you exhale, helicopter, left arm down, right arm up, and keep going all the way around until eventually we find a little half twist. Triangle pose. Here we are. Okay, pull the right hip. Lengthen through both sides of the rib cage. Breathe. All right, from here, let's move into reversing your warrior. Drawing your right hand back. Sinking deeply into your lunge. Sink down. Lift up. Open up. Sink a little more. What's going on that left foot? So make sure the pinky toe side edge of your foot is also pressing into the floor. Firm foundation there. Watch the right knee. Is it drifting in? Can you pull it out a little bit as you sink a little lower in the pelvis? 1 more breath. Good. So our right hand is basically up, left hand is down. So same windmill pattern. Exhale. We're going to shift through this wide-legged position. Right hand is still up, left hand is down. Dropping in, left knee bends, right hand to the floor, left hand to the sky. All right. Actually, my left hand, I'm going to feel it onto my left knee. Use that to help open up the sternum. Okay, not collapsing, staying long and integrated, just like our Tadasana pose. Good, gathering left shoulder over the right. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Good, one more breath. Okay, and on an exhale, gliding forward, left knee to the floor. Little quad stretch, left knee hits the dirt, right hand arcs around, catches left foot, pinky toe side. Thumb is up, heart is open of the right pec muscle. If the right pec muscle had a heart, it would be open right now. Okay, squeeze the right shoulder blade into the spine. Breathe and hold. All right, release the left foot. Okay, so other side. So go ahead and spin your whole body to the back of the mat. Right knee down. If you have that block on your left side, let's spin. Right hand up and open. Excuse me. Sink in, open up. Big breath. Good, exhale, arcing. So here's where we go. The big windmill. Triangle pose. And when we do these big circular movements, it just feels so much more freeing. All right. Stay with it. Okay, reverse warrior. Draw back, pulling the left hand back. Sink in. Keep pulling the left shoulder blade down as you work to expand through the left rib cage. Where's that left knee? What's going on in the right foot? Ground the pinky toe side. Breathe. All right, so exhaling, going through kind of our wide-legged position. Sink in, right knee to the floor. Excuse me, right hand to the right knee, bend the right knee, is what I meant to say. All right. Trying to pull, rotate. Your right hand is on your right knee to help extend through the upper spine. All right, let's glide to the front of the mat, right knee down, arc, left hand catching the outside edge of the foot. Heart of the left pec is now open, and there is one in there, I'm pretty sure of that. So squeeze the left shoulder blade, opening through the quad of the right leg. And releasing. All right, go ahead and drop in however you decide. If there's any poses that you feel like you want to do, give her. It's about 27 minutes, I think, close to, of pretty decent movement. So could do it all again and make it 50. One of these days we'll be doing more. So look forward to those days. We got to think that we're towards the end of this thing, you know, even if we're not. I read a book not too long ago called The Obstacle is the Way. Youngish guy. Basically what, I might have talked about this before, I probably talked about this a lot, but he's distilled down a lot of the philosophies of the Stoics. So a lot of the Roman guys, and I can't think of the names at the moment, but basically one of the biggest things about challenges, obstacles is, not to mention they're draining us, but how do we reframe them? How do we shift the focus around those issues to instead of viewing them so much as frustrations or obstacles that just get in our way? How do we take that energy and shift it into something maybe creative, which makes us stronger, which is ultimately the only thing that we can do. That's the whole design process of obstacles, right? That's the way to improving us as humans, improving us as people. So I was just thinking that, we don't really know how much longer this is going to be, but I don't know, if you look around, at least we're in the spring and summer, and there's a lot of things that we can do to change that energy into expanding ourselves, and that might be a lot of different things, but that might be just taking that time and
and maybe doing something that you haven't had a chance to do. I mean, everybody's got a dog now. Everybody's baked bread. Everybody's done all the COVID things, but start having cold showers, start dipping in the river, start running again, start journaling more, make time for more meditation, like all these things that, why not? There's never going to be a better time, and if you haven't already done that this past year, it's still a good time. And then even when COVID does go away, still a good time. And I was just having this conversation yesterday. It's like, I can't even imagine, like, the world is not going to be back the way it was. I mean, it can't be. There's something better has to come out of this anyway. And we'll see what that looks like. But at least the awareness of, like, I don't really want this to be just like all of a sudden, like, universal spring break when things open up and people just get ridiculous. I hope that some of the strength and stoicism and integrity that we've sort of developed throughout this process can stay with us, and that we can, sort of tap into the more tangible, the more integral, the more real stuff. Because we all know that the materials mean nothing. So we've had such a great opportunity to strengthen spirit, and I know for me personally in my life, and I think everybody's really, but like there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of setback, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of all things, and that's the purpose of those damn things, is to make us get a little bit more real. So wasn't planning to say that, but there I did. So whatever. Namaste. Do what you need to do.